Hi, folks. I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
Together, we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course, Bob.
Today, again, we are joined by Jody, who is going to share her knowledge, which we so much appreciate because she's been through it all. There's nothing like having a real patient tell their story. Our title of our program today is 7 Foods You Should Never Eat If You Have Arthritis/Fibromyalgia. She actually has rheumatoid arthritis and fibromyalgia. And Jody, before we begin to have you talk, if you don't mind, we're going to introduce the people here. So in the first video, we had this was a 2-part series. Basically, Jody talked about some of the things, some of the trials and tribulations you went through in trying the normal medical route with rheumatoid arthritis, fibromyalgia. It really kind of did not go well. And now we're going to go ahead and talk about some of the foods you shouldn't eat and maybe some of the foods you can eat, which has really helped you manage your 2 conditions.
I think it's time to let Jody
Okay,
start
all
talking.
right, sounds good.
So yes, I've had great success changing my diet. One of the things I forgot to say before, but that's okay, it'll fit here well, is when I went to a dietitian for the first time, I did get a little freaked out. She kind of overloaded me, so if that happens to anybody, it's okay, take small steps. So when I first went, she said, you have to cut out, and said all these things. And all these things were things I ate a lot, like number 1 is dairy. I'm from Wisconsin. I am not cutting out cheese. I just can't do it.
Oh, before we go any farther, so the primary goal with the change of diet was for pain management, is that correct?
I would say yes at first because I was in such pain. But come to find out through a lot of research I've done, it also will help to slow the progression of the RA, which is inflammation-based. So if you get rid of the inflammation in your body, it's obviously going to help the disease. And when I first had RA and fibromyalgia, I started going to a massage therapist. And I remember distinctively she said that she had a patient who managed his RA strictly through diet and exercise. And I went, yeah, right, because I just didn't think it was possible. And now that's, well, I need to add exercise, but that's baby steps. So I've managed it very successfully through diet and some of the other, like the acupuncture and the massage, those are things that help, but diet is the number 1 thing that has helped me, and I can tell you why, because when I call it deflaming my body, and that's not a technical term, and please be aware, I am not an expert, I am not a nutritionist, this is simply my history. I've done a lot of research, I have people in my life who've given me advice, and I followed it, and it has worked. So this is strictly firsthand knowledge. But when I did deflame my body and get to the point of being pain-free, if I added something back in, I could tell within 15 minutes my hands would ache and I had trouble moving them.